a creator and founder myself who works in legal and now tech, between us, it's a $250 billion industry. Can we talk about one of the hardest things that I'm currently dealing with?
City of mine, how I love the city of mine.
And welcome back to another video, and welcome to another episode of my CEO Classroom, where I am sharing the real behind the scenes of building a startup from the ground up in New York City, okay? And in today's video, we are talking about one of the most important steps, and I'd say the biggest step when it comes to starting your business. Finances. I know. Don't nobody want to hear about it, but we need to hear about it. Today we're talking about one of the first big steps in understanding your startup finances. Finding a good business bank. And it actually matters more than you think, especially as a startup with plans to make multiple millions of dollars. And yes, I'm manifesting. Let me be. I'm excited because I'm partnering with Mercury on today's video. Now, before we get into it, I do have a quick disclaimer. Y'all know the lawyer in me loves a good disclaimer. Although I am a licensed attorney, I'm not your attorney. This is not legal advice. Also, I'm not a financial advisor, okay? This is for educational and informative purposes only. Secondly, Mercury isn't technically a bank in the traditional sense. They work with FDIC insured banks for those services. All the details will be listed in the description box below, and definitely leave any questions that you have in the comment section. So when I started my company, Social Docket, I was pretty confident on the vision, the marketing, and even some of the legal side of things, but the financial setup, I felt overwhelmed, okay? I quickly learned that choosing the wrong business bank can slow you down, from the fees to the outdated dashboard to the delays that make managing your cash flow harder than it needs to be. And listen, there are enough fires that I'm putting out on the daily as a founder. So I need a financial workflow that works seamless with a platform that truly understands and supports true startup life, because it's a little ghetto. Let me speak to my fellow beginner founders, because I am you, was you, still am you. So as a beginner founder, it's easy to feel like the bank doesn't matter, right? Like you're pre-revenue, sometimes pre-product, and you feel like this is such a small decision, but in fact, it's actually part of your financial foundation. You need something that helps you separate your personal and business finances, understand your runway, track your expenses, and support how modern startups operate. As a creator and founder myself who works in legal and now tech, which is still crazy to say, I needed something that was transparent, intuitive, and built for the pace that I move at, because the tech industry is fast, so I needed my financial structure to work just as well. Between us, I want to be ready when we accept our first large check and when we get our first customer. Okay, so then I got to comparing a variety of different options when it came to banking. And as I compared the business bank options, I kept running into the same issues. Slow onboarding, confusing interfaces, and tools that felt dated. Child, and that's the last thing you need when you're trying to build something quickly. And child, tech is quick. I'm still trying to keep up. At this point in my research and discovery for my financial foundation is when Mercury kept popping up in founder conversations. Founders were calling Mercury one of the best business banking solutions for startups. So I said, okay, call me Inspector Gadget. Side note and fun facts, I actually had one of Mercury reps reach out to me before this sponsorship and opportunity even came up, and I was already talking to them, already had a really good experience with the first few calls I had with them, trying to really truly decide where do I bank with. This is seriously an important thing, y'all. Like I know this is sponsored, but aside from that, their customer service was amazing. Like, and then working with them as a partnership, amazing. So just wanted to add this in there. But if they let me keep this, I like y'all for real, in real life. It's giving very much alignment, and y'all know how I feel about that. Period. Fast forward to me opening my Mercury account, it was fast and straightforward, which I love to see it. I didn't feel overwhelmed, I didn't feel confused, and the dashboard, modern, yeah, clean, and actually makes it easy to understand what's going on with your money. Which for me as a first-time founder is so important, because I'm still learning about the whole financial side, child, but I'm learning quickly. On a serious note, I was looking for tools that gave me true clarity around my money. So I really appreciated from the start that there were no account minimums or surprise fees. As a first-time founder and first time in the tech world, this just alleviated so much stress, so much worry, so much confusion, so much overwhelm as we're still getting our financial footing as an early stage startup. Transparently, again, we not really working with a whole lot of money yet. In other words, we're not starting with a huge cash reserve. And most early stage founders aren't, so I know y'all feel me. And I love that Mercury doesn't make us feel like we should be punished for that fact. So knowing that I can open this account without having a certain amount of money, honestly, it made the whole process more accessible and founder friendly. Another thing that Mercury does that I really enjoy is that Mercury lays out your cash, your spending, and your financial activity in a way that makes you make informed decision without just guessing, because we don't want none of that, especially when it comes to finances. And as a lawyer, I truly appreciate transparency when it comes to no random fees, no hidden surprises, just clear information that anyone can understand. One more thing, I know I'm saying tech founder this, tech founder that, but I really like that Mercury built their platform for any ambitious company. So whether you're a tech founder or a creator or a small business, it supports whatever pace you need to operate. Speaking of operate, can we talk about one of the hardest things that I'm currently dealing with Social Docket? So for those that don't know, hi, I'm the CEO and the founder of Social Docket, which is an AI-powered platform providing modern legal tools for the creator economy. And I'm a first-time founder, specifically in the tech space. I have been an entrepreneur for the past 5+ years. I've been a creator over a decade. I've been a lawyer over 6 years, which is crazy. Like, I was filming day in the life videos in law school in 2016, 2017. Like, crazy. I'm just so grateful for all the platforms that I'm building. And I feel like everything that I've done over the past decade led me to building Social Docket. I feel so in alignment with what we're building, but it's one of the hardest things I've ever done, especially when it comes to operations, like understanding how to be a leader in this caliber, understanding how to sell the company as a $100 million company, like that we aren't yet, but like thinking bigger, thinking larger, thinking just broad, huge, like major. There is this huge gap in the creator economy. So essentially we're trying to build the future of legal access. We're trying to disrupt the legal profession, but also the creator economy by bringing like legal access that's more attainable, approachable, affordable, accessible. There's so many moments that I can think as to why I'm building this. One, being in law school thinking, why don't everybody know about this legal education? Like, contracts shouldn't be this hidden blur that we can't understand. Like, why don't other people understand it? How to bring that to the forefront so everyday people can understand. Then it's like, I have creator clients that I worked with exclusively for the past 5 years where they're driving down the street, they set their face on a billboard, but they can't pay the rent because they didn't understand terms in their contracts that they signed. Or creators that signed with a terrible talent manager that groomed them and took advantage of their naivety of not understanding that if they sign a three-year deal with that management, they are locked in. And of course there's loopholes with law, but it gets expensive because lawyers are expensive and lawyers don't care about the creator economy and AI is generic. And how do I take all of these problems and create a platform to solve it? And that's what we're building with Social Docket, the future of legal access, the legal infrastructure for the creator economy. And we don't want to stop there, right? Like, creators are entrepreneurs, are business owners. Our argument is moving into 2026, and I'm going to do a 2026 prediction video, but moving into 2026, the creator economy is just the foundation of this digital workforce that is building. There's a new workforce that we are so excited to be a part of, to be the legal infrastructure for that, and to find a way to build that when there's not a lot to build from. There's not a lot of regulations, guidelines, laws, case law on the creator economy, on influencer marketing. So we're putting our hat in the ring, and the timing feels right. Like right now, the creator economy is booming. It's a $250 billion industry set to double by like 2027 by Goldman Sachs, which is just wild. And one story I want to share with y'all, I had a client that negotiated to a $50,000 deal, which that's amazing. That's a lot of money. It was a year-long deal though. Very heavy in exclusivity and usage. And after working with me and taking all of my knowledge that I can give him, my knowledge with negotiation strategies, with legal education, understanding what usage actually is, how to price it, how to get the exclusivity priced correctly, we were able to take that $50,000 deal and make it $118,000. I'm excited to allow everyone to be able to do that. Maybe not necessarily those numbers, okay? Like, listen. But imagine having access to all the tools, knowledge, resources, experience that I have in a platform, all in one space. That's what we're building with Social Docket. But it's hard. But what I've been telling myself and saying lately is, I'm a lawyer by degree, I'm a creator by passion, and I'm a tech founder by purpose. And one area that I really just didn't realize I had all this trauma and like just misunderstanding. Like a lot of times when you just are inexperienced or you haven't had access to financial literacy, it feels intimidating. So finances and working with companies like Mercury and just getting more knowledgeable about the importance of being educated in the financial space, I'm just honored and excited to bring that to y'all. And the more I learn, the more I can share, and the more rooms I'm in, the more experience I'm gaining and the more I can share. And I pride myself on being as transparent as possible, authentic, and like, I've been on YouTube for so long, child. Like, a lot of y'all know me. A lot of y'all have seen me grow up here over the past now 11 years, which is crazy. And I'm just excited to continue to do that. It's hard, but it's so worth it. And if you have a crazy big dream, the best advice I can give you is to just do it. Just try it. Just execute. Who cares if you make a mistake? Who cares if you fall on your face? Who cares if you feel embarrassed? Like, all that stuff is, who cares? Because there's going to be a moment where everything that you've been working towards, you're going to start reaping those benefits and seeing those win. And my thing is, I cannot wait to be able to give back to the magnitude that capital, access, experience, knowledge will be able to allow me. So keep going. Keep going. It's tough and finances are hard to talk about, but I'm here to start talking a little bit more about it the more I learn. Not everything, child, but share amazing resources like this. I want to continue to do this. So I hope you guys appreciate this type of content. Leave me comments down below. I would love to just chat. But I want you to leave learning at least one thing. So if you learned something from this, let me know. Or if you have questions, let me know. Or what other type of videos you want to see, let me know. Here's one of the biggest lessons that I've learned so far when it comes to finances. Your business bank isn't just where your money stays. It's part of your overall financial system. And if that system is slow, confusing, or outdated, it affects how you confidently run your company. You need financial tools that are going to help you grow, not hold you back. As we wrap up this video, I want to leave you guys with 3 key takeaways to my fellow beginner startup founders. 1, separate your business and personal finances early. Also, understand your runway and choose tools that make managing your money simple and clear. Listen, separating your finances from day one isn't just about being like organized, which it does help. It protects you legally. It also makes the tax season a lot easier and lets you see exactly what your business is earning and spending without your personal life blurring the picture. Okay? 2, understand fully what your runway is telling you. Essentially, your runway means knowing how many months that your business can operate with the cash that you have today at your current spending level. What this does is give you a realistic sense of urgency, helps you decide when to cut costs or when you can safely invest, okay? And lastly, it keeps you from building in denial. I said it, I've been there. I made the mistakes, okay? And 3, use modern tools that simplify your finances. This allows you to actually read your numbers instead of avoiding them so that you can make confident decisions when it comes to pricing, expenses, hiring, and growth. Together, these steps help create a financial foundation so that you can focus on being the visionary founder, not a stressed one. Fine, you'll still be stressed, but hopefully not about your financial foundation. All right, y'all, so that's pretty much it for today's video. So if you are a new founder that is still trying to understand the basics of startup finances and you want a business banking solution that's modern, intuitive, and actually designed for how startups operate today, definitely check out Mercury. I'll have a link down below so you guys can apply and get your own first impression. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed and leave me some comments down below. And if you don't know, I always end my videos with an affirmation. So if you did make it this far in the video, comment below. I can handle the business side of my dreams. That was good and practical. I'm gonna run that back one time for the one time. If you did make it this far in the video, comment below this affirmation. I can handle the business side of my dreams. And you can. I'll see you guys in the next CEO classroom.